You guys remember Friday? Well, Saturday for you, when I said that the weekend was gonna fly by? Well, it did. The weekend's gone. It flew by. It's back to the grind. Monday! Oh. All right, we are back on schedule. We are into our work week. First job of the day done. Now I have to go to the dealership and pick up a part. And I was able to make a second appointment today, so we got that to take care of. What else? I don't know. Whatever else happens. Body right now. Body's a little sore. My calves mostly. And the water blisters I got on my feet, they don't seem to be bothering me too much right now. So, I don't know. That was an awesome hike yesterday, and maybe Angie and I'll sit down tonight and go over it a little bit more and let you guys know it was amazing. It was so amazing. Oh my gosh. To be able to conquer a mountain. And not everybody makes that scramble up to the top. In fact, one of the gentlemen, if you guys go back and take a look at the footage from yesterday, he's in, as we're coming down the mountain, he's in one of the clips there. He was attempting to climb up it, and he basically froze and got scared, although I believe that he was more scared than he was leading on to be. So Angie mostly, because she was, I went down first so that I could catch her if anything happened. He was above her, and we kind of, she helped him down, which is great. So yeah, so not everybody goes and makes that climb. That was pretty intense. 3 points at all times. You've got 2 feet and 2 arms, and I did not hold the camera the whole time, to let you guys know too. I thought that I'd filmed it, but I guess I didn't, or I missed it and it didn't make the cut last night when I edited. But I did have a wrist GoPro on, so I had full concentration on what I was doing. I really didn't care about the camera at all, because, you know, one bad move, one slip, and you know, game over, no reset button. So, oh, that was amazing though. All right, I need to keep updating you guys. Here are the autumn trees. The first one's almost bare, and the second one's, well, the third one, I guess, hasn't even started to lose its leaves yet. But they're so pretty. It's fall, y'all. Not sure how well you guys are going to be able to see those, but there's some pretty autumn colors right there. Probably see them better this way, through this window here, maybe. Anyway, appointment, second one done. Woo! Time to head home. The dogs are doing what the dogs always do. Relaxing. Yes, you guys know it's true. Crazy dogs. And then I want to show it before and after.
Oh wait, I need the caulk still, don't I?
Oh.
I have to fill in the little pinholes.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, there's the before. We're not keeping a white chimney. That just looks out of place. It's like a sore thumb.
Can you pass me the caulk, please?
You want me to pass you the caulk?
You want to pass me the caulk?
I can do that. Here we are. I'm feeling kind of like I was feeling earlier. I don't hurt, but my muscles are sore. How are you?
My legs are sore. My feet don't hurt like they did yesterday at all.
However, if we were to start hiking again, they would probably start to hurt within the first mile.
I don't know.
Oh.
That I do not know. But my legs would hurt less.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
as long as you stay moving
Active.
Around,
Which I have
you're
been
fine.
today.
And then as soon as you stop and you sit for a length of time,
You go get it.
when
You go to get back up.
go to get up, you're like, oh God, I'm gonna die. And then you're okay.
Sleeping last night. Oh my gosh.
Like the dead.
I got the best sleep last night that I've had in like a long time. I died. I didn't fall off a mountain and died. But I went home and laid down in bed and died.
No, you were snoring pretty good. You were not dead.
Oh. Is that how you know? So you don't have to poke me. It's like...
I couldn't fall asleep right away.
Oh.
I was awake for a while and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm really tired and I'm not going to be able to sleep. And then I fell asleep.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I am... Oh, okay. First of all, this clip right here of COC
has the wide lens, the wider lens. Now, you guys remember that I used the arc welder. I was welding, and I got like slag shot into the camera. I thought the thing was glass that wouldn't melt. Apparently, it's probably plastic. So there are dots on the screen, not screen, on the lens. So I can't go too big and too wide with it, but I really wish that I would have at least probably done this one.
This hike, you mean?
This last hike with this wider
Yeah.
lens, and even wider if the camera wasn't broken, because oh my gosh, I don't want to say that you guys didn't appreciate it, but
Going back and watching it's not as, the camera doesn't do it justice.
no, not at all.
And other hikes we've been on, the wide angle has caught everything that we felt.
Yeah. So like scaling up, so the hike itself, it was just like up and up and up and up and up. It was like pretty relentless. There's a couple spots to where it leveled off for a brief moment. There's one or two spots that it went down just a little, but most everything else was up. So that was pretty taxing. But as far as that goes, that was just a regular hike. That was just hiking.
Yeah, the
Until
trail
we
was
got
in
to
like
the
really
rocks.
good shape.
Yeah, it was in beautiful shape.
And then
you guys saw that yesterday.
most people stop at that first section of rocks where you were
The first time I held the
teasing the
bird, yeah.
That's usually where everybody stops, is right in that little area. There's a lot of different little lookouts that you can go and check out, and that's usually it. People say, I climbed Mount Si, and that's as far as they go. And you can go up around the corner and through the forest a bit further, and you end up at the haystack. And the camera did not do the haystack justice.
Okay, so imagine, I mean, just some of the stuff that I got once we got up. Well, so first of all, oh gosh, I don't even know. The first time that we looked up when we were at the bottom before we started climbing up, that's like straight up, and it was a little washed out. You might have to go back and rewatch it. It was a little washed out, but that was like, oh my gosh. And there are so many different paths that you could have chosen to get up there. So obviously we took the one that looked like it was the most traveled, the safest. If we had slipped there, then we may not have fallen to our death. But if we didn't like guard our head, we might have hit our head. We might have broken
like, really,
bones, got cut up.
I mean, nobody was doing it, but I think really, if you're doing that kind of climbing, you should be wearing proper shoes and a helmet.
Yeah.
But nobody was wearing helmets. Like,
No.
I didn't see anybody have a helmet on. And we did see one girl with approach shoes on, which are like they're not really up for hiking. They're for rock climbing, and they're gummy and they hold, the little surfaces better.
This hike, and I'll get back to going up, but while I've got it in my head, this hike going up the rocks, I would say never, ever, ever if they are not dry.
Oh, yeah.
If it is snowy, even if
Yeah.
it's just misty or damp out, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
No.
Which brings us to so first we had that first scramble, and then we get kind of the top, and I was like, ooh, dirt, because I was happy that, okay, I'm not going to slip and fall. Then we go to the second part, which is going up the side. Now, if we had slipped there, it was like
So it didn't really reflect, though, in
straight
the
down
video either, because we went up.
Sorry, Mom.
We went up and sort of around a little bit, and then kind of up. So we went up this side, around a bit, and then up.
To like a little plateau.
So you couldn't really see that in the video, but this side was much safer, and then coming around and coming up this last section. Yes, if we had slipped there, we just would have been like, wee, right off the edge.
And since I had the camera on my wrist, I was thinking, wow, at least I'll be able to say some final words before I hit the bottom.
No,
which you
can't just
probably
come up.
wouldn't have
You
been able
cannot
to
come
hear because the wind probably would have been going past the camera, and that would have made it even worse. So here I am, I'm
Get
falling to my death, and then I say something, and people, once they recover the camera, be like, what'd he say?
Stop. Just stop.
Okay. But that's why I let you go first, and that's why I went down first, is I was always trying to find a spot to where I had really good, or the best that I could.
Well, we were both as careful as we could be.
Yeah. So it
It took us way longer to get up and down than some people. There was a couple,
Oh yeah.
an Australian couple.
Like goats.
We were 2/3 of the way. No, we were about a third of the way down.
Yeah.
And they started coming up. And they just were like right past us, all the way to the top, and they had a friend down below.
Not
saying,
all the way to the top, all the way to the first
all the
tier.
way to that piece of dirt up top. And they had a friend down below saying something about, are you going all the way up, or how long is it going to take, or whatever. And they literally were like right up. And then I wasn't watching them at all. I didn't know that they didn't go all the way to the top, but they went that far, looked off the lookout that's there, and then they proceeded to come back down. And they were all the way back down at the bottom, and I think we'd moved like 3 feet in that amount of time.
Wow, it was more than 3. I think it was more than 3 feet. I don't think it was very much. Both of them were much taller, so they covered more distance. Extremely in shape, probably half our age. They were probably in the 30s.
Oh yeah, yeah. And they
which, I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are. It's not a race.
They had the right footwear for that kind of thing, and they evidently did that kind of thing on the regular, because they were like mountain goats.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh, and I got to the top and I took my boots off I could air out my feet, because when you, first of all, I sweat like crazy. I don't stink. I think I've said that before, because I want to put that out there. Oh, stop it. But I sweat like crazy. In fact, I went through almost 3 liters. I went through 2.5 liters of water. So I brought 3 with me, and I told her, is like, I'm filling it all the way up to 3, because I don't know, and I'm glad I did, because I would have ran out of water.
Run out.
So anyway, I get to the top, take my boots off to try and air my socks out and kind of, let them dry a little bit. And I've got my flip-flops. So I put my flip-flops on. Oh, I guess my slides.
That's what the guy called them.
Yeah, I
3
guess.
young guys. They were like 20-ish.
Yeah.
Came up there. Maybe not even 20. I think they're about 20. They came up and they were sitting there talking about the football stats of the games that were happening during the day. And the one guy, they were getting ready to leave, and the one guy turns and he looks at Troy and he glances at his feet. And then he saw the boots and he's like, "Oh, you do have boots. I thought you wore those slides up here."
Oh, can you imagine how treacherous? Oh, gosh.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was funny. So, I don't know. I can't think of anything else. I think that kind of pretty well covers it. When we got there, it was just one other car in the parking lot, and there were a couple trails that intertwined with it. We got passed by a lot of people. We did pass one lady. She was a little older than us, but... Yeah. Oh, and then there was a lady on the trail, too, that was... I'm not going to say how old, but as old as my mom. And she was more in shape than we were.
She...
amazing.
Went from the parking lot up to the bench.
Wait, she went from the parking lot
to the bench right before the haystack in, what did she say, 2 hours? And
I don't know. 2 hours 15,
she
2.5
beat her
hours.
best time getting up there. She's done it before. And she said that now that she has beat her best time, that now it will just be a leisurely stroll up the mountain from now on, because she's done her due.
Yeah. So that was
but
really neat. That was inspirational.
To be that old and be able to kick butt on everybody else.
Yeah.
She was amazing.
So the point, or the moral of the story is, you can do whatever you want. Sometimes you have to train. Sometimes you have to do it harder than other people. Some things come more natural to other people than they do other people. But you can do whatever you want to do. You just have to put your mind to it, and you just have to achieve it.
And as the lady said, as she sat on the bench, you have to stay active. Mm-hmm. That's all she just said. You have to stay active.
If you don't stay active, if you don't stay healthy, then it doesn't matter how long you live. You're now looking at your quality of life during there. So I know that sounds. I know it sounds like we're preaching. I'm just trying to be inspirational, because you can do whatever you want to do. Anything that you want to do, you can do within the confines of the law. Okay. I had one more thing that I wanted to say, and then I just forgot it. Dang it. It was
age.
It's not age. How many of you guys watched Vikings when it was out? I've been, every time we watch a show, I know this is totally switching gears. Every time we watch a show, for some reason, I will pick a character Not by choice, really.
Just happens.
It just happens because you mock the character, right?
You do, yes.
I do all
Yeah.
the time.
He picks one and he
Like
just,
Floki. It's
he
like,
rolls with that
I'm just a
character
boat
for
builder.
like the whole time that we watched the show.
Yeah.
And we're on season
4.
5.
Oh, yeah, I think it just started,
Something.
season 5. Yeah. Because, Floki, he's just a boat builder.
Stop.
And then what? We can go back to, what was it? Lucifer. Detective.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's just little, like, variations in the voice and word. Okay, I'm tired. It was a good day. Got a lot of work done. And I guess that's it, unless you had something else.
I don't think so. Hey, I didn't call you up.
But I love you. No.
Christy.
I've been eating poop today.
Oh.
It's called poopery. Okay, no. You got it. Okay. Happy hunting, guys. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Smell bad.